and all, and welcome back to more DML. So, this could actually be pretty major news, but we do have 6 brand new divine dragons that have been added into the dragon codex. So before we had 21, now we have 27 of them, and you know what Gameloft normally do, they pop them in the game, and then, you know, a month or a few weeks later they end up actually releasing them in-game. But due to the final levels in the campaign map, we may or may not already have an idea of what the theme is behind these new dragons. So, if you did watch the video of us completing the map, or did the map yourself, then there was this thing about some tyrants coming and basically trying to destroy the world or something. And the final boss of the game is actually Malice Striker, which is based off of Nidhogg, and then we have Oak Thorny, which is based off of a thing with a name that I can't pronounce. But a lot of people are saying that these dragons, you know, they are related to Norse mythology. So, obviously, we have had the Chinese divines, we have had the Greek divines, we have had the Egyptian divines, and a lot of people were always saying, we want Norse gods. So, you know, that's stuff like Loki, stuff like Thor, places like Valhalla. If you ever played the God of War games, you probably already know, like, all of the gods already, but even the theme of the map itself, you know, as you make your way up, you know, we go through all the different divine places, and then the top of this new map is really icy. There's like rune stones and these new dragons that we've never seen before, and, you know, a lot of places in Norse mythology were actually very icy, mountainous regions and stuff like that. And again, I'm taking a lot of this from God of War as well. I apologize, I really liked the recent games for that, but we're not going to say that it's 100% confirmed quite yet, but they're alluding to it pretty hard, and even if it's not a divine event, we're probably almost definitely going to get it as some sort of major event in-game regardless. So, although the Norse god divines are not 100% confirmed, we do know that we're probably going to get Norse-themed dragons in the future at the very least. And one other thing I did want to mention is that obviously with this new update, we did get 3 new farms. You know, when I heard them say we're getting 3 new farms, I mistakenly thought that they meant we're getting 3 new upgrades to farms, so like different food types, but I can't see them literally anywhere. So, unless I'm mistaken, I think they just meant 3 buildings, 3 buildings worth, which, to be completely honest with you, when they get fully upgraded, 3 extra farms is going to do a ton extra over time, but for now, all that we can do is buy these 3 extra farms and, you know, upgrade them, get them ready. So if you can, I would suggest you do the same, because having extra farms is like one of the best things that you can do in-game. And so, moving on, I want to ascend a ton of dragons, so pretty much every dragon that we get now, we will not be getting rid of them. Every single dragon we get, we will essentially be taking them out and ascending them, or taking them out and leveling them up, because, you know, with so much space, I mean, look at over here. This is a habitat with 4 dragons in it. Look at this already. It's already looking way overpopulated, but, you know, I suppose we'll get used to it over time. And if you didn't just see that there, we did already manage to breed the avocado dragon, which is one of these special breeding token dragons, because when he was previously available, we never actually got the guy. So, good job! Good job! We already managed to breed the avocado after like 3 attempts, so that is very nice and dandy, so we'll be able to hatch him soon. And so, on our breeding agenda, the next one that we have to go is the runestone dragon. And so if you check it, it does say that the combination that you'll need to use to breed it is earth and fire, basically. So again, we will go earth, and we will also search up fire, and you just breed these 2 together and keep trying and trying and trying. Except I don't have a fire dragon, really? I actually don't have a single fire dragon that isn't above level 1. Fine. Fine, we'll do it your way, game. We'll level him up a little bit. It's probably because I was trying to make space forever ago and just never needed another one. Still, that's quite embarrassing. Who doesn't have a fire dragon at this day and age, right? Yep, you know what? Level 16 is fine. Level 16 is more than fine. So, yes, earth and fire again. Feel like I'm having to repeat myself due to my sheer idiocy. but there we go. Earth and fire. And we breed them together, and we get an 8-hour breeding time. Is that his breed? Is that his breeding time? Alright, so I just checked the breeding calculator in the DML wiki, and apparently his breeding time is 8 hours VIP, and his hatching time VIP is 30 seconds, which is very interesting. But yay, it seems like we got our runestone in our first try as well. Woo! We're going to be getting all these breeding token breeds out of the way quick by the looks of it. So, you know, I guess that's some pretty nice breeding luck. 2 in a row. I mean, obviously I will probably end up doing breeding guides for all these new, you know, breedable dragons, all these new enchantment dragons and such as well, which is going to be the most arduous journey of my entire life, to be completely honest with you. But, you know, we'll do it. We'll do it eventually. But do we have any easier fights that we can take on here that we can actually do? Because the problem is with this main map, like, this fight here, we can do it, but we can't 3-star this fight at the moment with only a level 97. But, I mean, this fight here, we are against 2 Nidhogg dragons and a Hypnos dragon at the same time, so it is kind of a terrifying fight to begin with. But if we want to 3-star it, I might just use Dragon Fury Essence and, you know, get it over and done with. Because the benefit to 3-starring fights, especially blue map fights, is the fact that then you can use your 3-star tickets to actually do it. And I have a ton of Dragon Fury Essence, so I'm going to do it anyway. See if we can do it and get 3 stars at least. I mean, if not, it's whatever at the end of the day, but I think we should. Come on. That Nidhogg dragon is going to die to that poison tick damage, surely. Surely it will. And yeah, there we go. So if we do 3-star these side quest map fights, you can see just how much in terms of resources we actually get given. I mean, considering the amount that we've been getting given on this map in general, Andy is almost max level already. He's level 97, almost level 98. Like, that has happened fast. Like, I remember the day before the update saying, I need 60 million if we actually want to, you know, be able to fully upgrade him. And we've already almost reached that level. So trust me, I am very, very impressed. Very, very impressed. The main issue that I've been finding now, though, which is something that I completely forgot about in the hype of the new event, is now that Andy is a super high level, the dungeon is now impossible. So, you remember how I was trying to get that boxer dragon, right? Well, I've been doing the dungeon pretty much every single day on both accounts. I've still yet to even see the dragon. And now, we can't finish the dungeon. At least on our Windows account. So, the dream is dead. The dream is 100% dead. That's what I get. I should have at the very least done our dungeon fight just before the update came out today, but I forgot. That's it. Simple as that. I mean, when your team gets split with 2 level 80s and a level 97, obviously your dungeon and castle event progress probably isn't going to be the best, but overall I think leveling up Andy first is still not a bad decision by any stretch, because we're at that same point again like I made forever ago, where, you know, last time when we were progressing through the map, we decided to fully upgrade Andy then, and the reason for that being, you know, the faster you go through the map, the more resources and stuff that you get. So, if you actually want to get the highest level dragons possible, it actually makes sense doing it this way around. You just have to accept that for a little while, you're probably not going to be able to do the dungeon, and probably won't be able to participate in castle events as well as you could. So, I have accepted that fate, although I am still salty that the Boxer Dragon is yet going to avoid our grasp, but, you know, I would rather do it this way. I'm not going to completely negate all of our progress in this update just for one dragon. So, I hope and pray that we can get enough food and gold and that, eventually, that we can just upgrade everything before we get a new castle event. That would be absolutely fantastic, wouldn't it? I don't hold out much hope for that happening, but just in case it does, you know, just be aware of it. Oh, and if you haven't noticed already, the skip battle tickets have actually been renamed to instant win tickets, which I guess makes sense, but I'm still kind of confused on why, because wasn't skip fight obvious enough? I don't know, maybe there was some sort of confusion with it, or they thought that it needed a name change for whatever reason. I guess instant win may sound a little bit more appealing than skip fight, but... And at the same time, I guess you're not really skipping it because you've already had to complete it once before. So I guess I sort of understand the terminology change, but still it was a little bit like, I don't know if it was completely necessary, but you know, you do you, Game Loft. Whatever works for you, as long as it doesn't make it isn't a detrimental thing to the players in general, you know. But, you know, on the heroic mode map, in case you were wondering, we are up to battle 274. We can do this fight. The only reason I haven't been doing them is because I can only really one-star them at this point, so we are just getting a lot more resources by doing the earlier fights and clearing them out. So, if I had an absolutely endless amount of portal gems, trust me, I really would go ahead and just do every single map fight. Up to the point where Andy could manage, obviously, but we just can't do that at the moment. Why does heroic mode have to cost 2 energy? Oh, it's such a pain. You know, considering just how many levels are on this new map, why? Why you gotta do it? And, oh yeah, I pointed this out earlier in the Discord and to some other people, but have you seen how big this final island is in comparison to the old ones? Like, this was the update the last time we got an addition to the boss island, so this is Island 1, we got the Light Island, and we got the Shadow Island, and then we've got this island here, which was part of the original map, but you know, they're all sort of small, they're all, you know, just easy to look at when fully zoomed out. So then you've got all of these little islands, and then you get this one, where you can't even see every single fight, no matter how far you zoom out. It's insane. It's actually pretty overwhelming if you actually look at every single fight in this little staircase worth. So, yeah, very intimidating of an island. You know, at least the earlier islands, like I said, they look spaced out, you can really see what's happening. Whereas this final island, it really does feel like it's for people that have been playing the game for a long time, and you know, we don't need that spacing out to work out what's happening anymore. We can just look at it and be like, yeah, give me some fights, that's all I want. So, I appreciate that. It's just very, very huge. Because when they said 40 new fights, I really didn't expect it to just be one massive chunk. I really did not, but hey ho, whatever works. So with that extra amount of food, we will level up Andy to level 98. So Andy is so close to level 100. Unfortunately, we don't have the materials to upgrade Andy, because the thing that I'm finding the most with enchantment battles is not that they're too difficult anymore, because now that we have the, you know, best defender feature in the enchantment league, it's actually a lot easier than it used to be. But the thing that I'm struggling with is that we need to be opening chests, and I keep running out of keys. I just had a huge sneezing fit, so I had to pause that there. Like, can I not have the loudest sneezing fit of my life at 2 AM? That would be absolutely fantastic. I mean, the neighbors are loud enough anyway, even if it's 2 AM, you know, they kind of deserve it at this point. They can listen to me loudly sneezing through the walls if they need to. But, yeah, like I said, the issue is that now that we have a cap on the amount of fights that we can do and get chests out of it, I'm really, really struggling to actually collect enough materials and stuff. Which is really sad, because if it was the old Enchantment League system, you know, grinding out these materials and trinkets would still be a massive pain, but nowhere near as bad as it is at the moment. Because, you know, divines, we can get better materials now. We can get, like, extraordinary grade materials and that, I think, now, which is a lot better than it used to be, but it doesn't really fix the main issue. That even though, you know, the upgrades, if you'd been storing a lot of materials, then you could easily enchant a legendary up to, like, 6 enchantment stars, like, instantly, but I just spent all of my enchantment materials on Archangel Dragon, which, at the time, we didn't know about the new update. We didn't know about the new dragon, so I was going to be upgrading a 3rd dragon to level 80, and, I did enchant him to level 3, as you can see down there, which, now, obviously, we have the new update, and that was before we knew about the new update notes. I do wish that I'd kept those materials, but, you know, that's all 2020. You can't see into the future or predict what's going to happen. You wouldn't suddenly predict that a huge update was going to be on its way within, like, a week and a half. So, even though it's very unfortunate, I don't 100% blame idiocy on doing that. Plus, you know, it had been forever since we'd gotten a level 80 dragon, so I was like, yeah, let's get another one. Why not? Why not? I would have really liked those materials on Andy, but alas, you know, that's old news. We're going to continue the harsh grind, and accept the reality that if we want to upgrade our team in terms of enchantment stars, we can't really be upgrading a ton of habitats. Because every time you upgrade a habitat past level 6, it does cost enchantment trinkets, and it does cost materials. The materials themselves aren't the issue, but the trinkets that they cost are. Because we're going to need a lot of trinkets to be able to change the grade of the legendary mats that we're getting. So, oh, there we go. You see that? Higher grade divine material. How cool is that? How cool is that? That's actually so cool seeing that actually in game. So, yeah, it does suck. It does suck. At the moment, we only have 3 of 21 that we need, for example. So, I've just been fusing whatever I can up, but we're already out of trinkets. That took long, didn't it? Oh, Whale Mark, come and save us. Give us some legendary mat offers for something reasonable. Please, I beg. And plus we can get it out of Ascension now, but because I've sold all of my duplicate legendaries in the past, we can't actually get any legendary mats out of this. So, another big sadness has come to fruit there. But, oh well, you know, I don't want to just complain. We know that we have a lot of grinding to do now. And at least having so many dragons to enchant is going to be a long-term goal again. So even if we finish the map straight away, we won't be able to enchant them very quickly. So I guess it does have its positives and its negatives for the most part. Obviously, I would just prefer having a singular, fully enchanted, fully upgraded dragon. But hey-ho, what can you do? We will just deal with the cards that we have been dealt for now. So, I think for the most part that is everything that I wanted to go through. I did do a lot of arena fights earlier, and I probably will upload the video on that soon, but do also be aware that the arena will be changing tomorrow. So in like 15 hours time, the arena league will be changing, and probably the new league will be opening up. So we have to be aware of that. And I'm almost certain that we should be going up to the new league. So we'll get to see the new one in all of its terrifying level 116 dragon glory. So, for now, good luck. Hope you've been enjoying the new update. Look forward to this new divine event coming, whatever it may be. And until next time, I will see you then.